In the lobby of Financial Peace Plaza, now known as the headquarters of Ramsey Solutions, Mark and Kara are with us. Hey, guys, how are you?
Hey, Dave.
Great.
Welcome, welcome. So you're here in person.
Yep.
You finally are here
Yes.
Yeah.
to do the debt-free screen.
We sure are.
I love it. I love it. I love it. How much have
She
you paid
loves
off?
it more, I got to tell you, Dave.
How much have you paid off?
$107,000.
Wow. How long did this take?
5 years.
Wow. Making what kind of money during that time?
We started out at around 75 and ended around 90.
Excellent. Very good. Now, what kind of debt was the 107?
I had a business, Dave, that I closed in 2010, so I ended up with about $54,000 in debt, and the rest was personal debt.
Okay. What kind of personal debt?
Oh, gosh. Vehicles, motorcycles, timeshare, student loans, and a little bit of credit card debt.
You guys were normal,
Yeah.
and now you're weird.
Yep.
Yeah, we are.
I love it. Very cool. So what happened 5 years ago? Obviously, the business closed. You
Yes.
start a whole new chapter to your life. But what flipped the switch that made you think you should and could get out of debt?
I'll let you
Take
go,
that.
honey.
Okay. We heard a message from Andy Stanley about 5 years ago about increasing the margin in your life, and, and included in that decreasing stress. And we had also seen you present at Catalyst Conference down in Atlanta. And so I started looking up your principles and really.
And the wheels began turning.
And then in October.
Turning and grinding.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
And then in the fall of 2012, we finally went through FPU.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Andy's a friend of mine, and that is a very good message of his.
Yes.
I love that sermon of his. He's quite a speaker. Okay, very cool. Very cool. So 5 years is that's grinding through it, isn't it?
It is, and there was a hiccup about midway, Dave. I had open heart surgery.
Whoa,
Actually, 3 years ago yesterday.
that's a little bit of a hiccup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It set us back a bit. I couldn't work for about 3 months until I went through rehab.
Yeah.
So that year we didn't pay off quite as much, but we got it back going because she is persistent and she is a DOD, if I'm allowed to say that on the air, a disciple of Dave. And I have to confess here now on national radio that when we went to FPU, the first 3 classes, I went kicking and screaming.
Okay. There were heel marks in the parking
There
lot.
were,
yeah.
there were, and
Okay.
but I began to see the principles actually start to work. And one of the hardest things for me to do, I still had one company credit card left, and I cut that up in my one personal credit card, and that really, for me personally, began the journey that she already had been on for a while.
Since you went in kicking and screaming, what brought you to the point that you were willing to do that?
When I got to the classes and began to hear the other stories of people and where they were, and of course, our coordinators are here. You'll hear from them later, but hearing their story, and they weren't quite out of their hole yet, but boy, they had gone so far that I began to believe.
Testimonies.
Yes.
Yeah, that sets you up like nothing else. I mean, you see somebody winning, it makes you think, well, maybe this stuff, as weird as it sounds, is real, because it is weird. The stuff we teach is weird. I mean, normal is where you were,
Yeah.
and that's where most people are. And you had to make some pretty serious deals. So after the heart surgery, health-wise, how you doing?
Doing pretty good. You know, these cookies back here are very tempting, but
Those cookies are from Satan. I mean Dorothy.
I'm doing pretty well.
Okay.
One of the things that was actually a little bit hard for us coming out of the surgery and rehab and everything, we had to step up our game because the Gazelle intensity kicked in probably hotter than it had up through this point. And I DJ weddings on the side. I'm a broadcaster by trade.
Okay.
And we tripled the amount of events that we did because my wife helps me do those. So those last 2 years of paying down our debt, not many weekends,
Yeah.
a lot of weddings.
Yeah, but when you can see the light at the end of the tunnel, you
Yes.
can see the finish line,
Sure.
Yeah.
it's easier to sprint towards it.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, it's called hope.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Very cool, you guys. Other than the heart surgery setback, what was the hardest part of this for
I
each
knew
of
he was
you?
going to ask me. We're NASCAR fans, and I had to give up cable, which a lot of the races are on cable. So
Yeah.
that was very hard. I'm a radio guy, so I love listening to the races on the radio. But I agreed not to enter or have cable back in our home until we had our emergency fund of 6 months complete, and we're 25% on the way there.
Oh wow. Good.
So-
Okay. Be there by fall anyway.
Yeah, so cable was hard for me to give
Yeah,
up.
I bet. What about you, Kara?
I think for me, we had dreamed of going to Paris to celebrate our 10-year anniversary this past September. And I had been saving up for that. And I really felt God saying, you know what, if you're really serious about this, you need to put that money towards your debt.
Ouch.
And that was
The
was
Paris
rough.
Fund.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. I really fought him on that. But once I released that, I just felt such an incredible peace.
Yeah.
So
If
we'll
you-
get there one day if it's
If you
meant to
live
be.
like no one else, later you travel like no one else.
Yeah.
You really can.
Boy, I heard that principle for a while.
You guys are fun. Well, congratulations. I'm
Thank
very
you.
proud of you. What a great story. You're inspiring.
Thank
You
you.
really are. All right, Mark and Kara, Lynchburg, Virginia.
Yes, sir.
$107,000 paid off in 5 years. Oh, while we're having open heart surgery. A $75,000 to making $90,000. Count it down. Let's hear a debt-free scream.
All right.
3, 2, 1. We're debt free!
I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it. Oh, you guys are incredible. Very, very well done.